Dear students, we are learning the struggle of 1857 and in it we learn the causes of the failure of the struggle of 1857 in the last video, and in it we learn the struggle was not comprehensive. Most of the feudatory princes remained aloof, lack of military tactics and international situation favorable for Britishers. These are some of the main causes of the failure of the struggle. Now in it we learn that the Indians, they became unsuccessful in the struggle of 1857, and after that what were the effects of the freedom struggle on the Indian polity, on the Indian social life, or consequences means effects of the freedom struggle and end of rule of East India Company, that we have to see now in this. Now due to the company rule there was growing dissatisfaction among the Indians and the British rule had to face the struggle of 1857. Due to the growing dissatisfaction of the British East India Company, it was founded in the 1600, and in it we learn the traders, they were just busy to achieve more and more profit by selling their goods on the high price in India, and because of this it has grown the dissatisfaction among the Indians and also in the British rule also, and because of that only the Britishers had to face the struggle of 1857. It forced the British Parliament to end the rule of the East India or rule of the company and instead take over the responsibility of ruling over the people of India, though the Government of India Act 1858. And because of this it has forced to the British government to end the rule of company, and instead of taking over the responsibility of ruling over the people of India, the Government of India Act 1858, means after the struggle of 1857, the Britishers, they took a new act, that is Government of India Act 1858. According to it, instead of company, now the British will rule or will take the responsibility of ruling over the people of India, according to the Act Government of India Act 1858. The Governor General was now designated as the Viceroy of India. Now first Governor General, he was the main. Now this particular person now designated as the Viceroy of India. Governor General is now known as Viceroy, and Lord Canning happened to be the last Governor General and the first Viceroy of India. It's important. Was the last Governor General and the first Viceroy of India, that is Lord Canning, right? Lord Canning is the last Governor General and the first Viceroy of India, because according to the Act of 1858, this Viceroy, Governor General, is known or designated now as a Viceroy of India, and Lord Canning happened as the first Viceroy of India. A new post called Secretary of State was created in the British government to look after the affairs of India, and another new post, that is called Secretary of State, was created. Secretary of India, this post was created by the British government to look after the affairs of India. Now the next point, Queen's Proclamation, means Queen's, the Queen of England or the Queen of British. See, announcement of proclamation means announcement. What is the announcement of the Queen? Queen Victoria. In that period was the Queen Victoria of England issued a declaration addressing the people of India, and after the great struggle of 1857, Queen proclaimed or Queen made the announcement or the declaration addressing to the people of India, all Indians are our progens, right? Means all Indian peoples are our subject, they are our children, or they belongs to us. So henceforth means they will not be discriminated on the basis of caste or basis of race, religion, caste or birthplace. Government services will be given on merit. This was the announcement by the Queen Victoria that all the Indian peoples, they are now our subject or our children or our people. Now they will not be discriminated, or there will be not any discrimination on the basis of race, religion, caste or birth. Plus government services will be given on merit. And in it now they have arranged the competitive exam for the government service. Means this was the announcement by Queen Victoria. There will be no interference in religious affairs. It was made clear that the British Crown will honor all treaties and agreements made by the company with the rulers of princely states, and no princely state will be annexed henceforth. Means hereafter, now means from now itself, there will be no any princely states will be annexed to the Indian British rule, or all the religions customs will be carry on as it is. The British government will not interfere in it, and the Britishers or the British crowns will honor all the treaties and agreements made by the company with the rulers. Means in East India Company, it has made some agreements and treaties to the princely states or to the local kings. Now these all will be followed or honored by the British government. Now change in composition of army. Now this was also main reason that only for the Britishers they were giving the high salary. There will be no higher post for the Indians than the Subedar and so on. So this made the change in composition of army. The proportion of British soldier was increased in the army. The first step, it is the proportion, the percentage of British soldiers was increased. English officers were placed as strategic location. Means now it was the new composition or new way of Britishers that only on the important or strategic locations the British officers will be there. Artillery was kept exclusively in the hands of the British. Artillery, weapons or whatever the war weapons and so on, this will be exclusively, it will be in the hands of British. There was division of military on basis of caste. Now here is there was division of military on basis of caste. Means in this changing in the composition of army, the Britishers made the separate division on military on basis of caste. Proper care was taken to avoid Indians to unite and rebel again the British. Now they have experienced that in the struggle of 1857, some of the cantonments or some of the divisions of the Indian soldiers, they rebelled against the Britishers. So to avoid this, they took the proper care not to unite them once again. So for that purpose only they make the different division of the different caste soldiers. So this was the policy of the Britishers after the struggle of 1857 in the composition of army.